Today we're going to be mounting the body to the chassis. I got hold of some of these magnetic body holders because I don't really feel like drilling holes into something that looks this nice. I'm going to attach them to some other body posts that I've got. These come off of a different car, and they should be adjustable enough to get the right height. I'm going to put this back together because I took it apart. I've been playing around with it a bit. That's for another video. Trying to get the steering, a bit more lock on the steering. Also cleaning everything up because drifting on the carpet tends to pick up a lot of hair and stuff. And it just gunks up everything and nothing works properly, so always keep your car clean. These are the body posts that came with this, and they are awful. They've broken so many times for me. I've re-glued them, they always seem to break in a different place as well. So I'm going to replace them with the ones off of the other car. They're also a really awkward type I can't seem to get hold of anyway. And the majority of the body posts that they sell on eBay are the ones that screw from the underneath. And these ones kind of screw from the side. These are the new ones. A kind of sliding motion on them rather than the holes. I decided to mount them this way rather than up, because where they sit seems to sit on the inside of the rear window, and I didn't want them too much on display. So after sorting them out in the right positions, I've decided that I'm going to glue the magnets while they're on, and then fit the body and kind of hold it in place till it dries. After messing around with the front for ages, I've taken out the body posts and screwed them straight to the chassis itself. So without any adjustment, they seem to sit pretty well on there. And that's how it sits with the body posts on. And that's how the front wheels sit. Doing it that way seems to be that you can get it perfectly straight, as well as the rear ones. Let's do something about the front splitter because it's dragging on the floor. Roll cage time. Bought the copper pipe off eBay. It was pretty cheap really for pipe. My general idea is to fashion the roll cage into probably about 4 parts, and then try and solder them together. The copper pipe is pretty easy to work with, it's easy to bend. Probably would have been easier with straws, but this is going to be a lot more rigid, a lot more stable, and it probably will add some sort of stability to the body. After getting the right length, I noticed that the magnets from the body post are going to be in the way, so I'm going to have to rotate them slightly. Word of warning, don't cut like this. This is for trained idiots only. Use a hacksaw, use safety goggles, all that kind of crap. Just don't blame me if you end up cutting your arm off. Quite an interesting technique. I managed to do it with a utility knife, just cutting around and then bend in till it snaps, and it seems to snap in that place. So I did that twice, and then I'm going to measure out the distance between the two, and then cut out the middle pieces. The original plan was to solder these together, but I couldn't make any kind of makeshift holder for it to heat it up enough to get the solder to melt, to hold them together, so I ended up using my Gorilla Glue to hold them together, and it works really well. I can't stress enough how good that glue is. But so that's before gluing, and then it was after gluing, it was on to paint. I'm going to prep them, I'm going to sand them, and then going to etch prime them. And I was going to use this metallic paint, but then I decided to go for the white at the last minute. So here's a montage of me sanding. The etch primer will cover up any light scratches in anything. Obviously the copper scratch is quite bad. That's my makeshift holder. And the obligatory shaking of the can for about half an hour. So this is the grey etch primer. It was about this moment when I realised that white's going to look so much better than some kind of cheap silver. It's supposed to make it look metallic, so white's what we went for. And after drying, this is what it looks like. Not quite well, the joints don't look too bad. Obviously you're not really going to see them too much, but it's really solid. Now it's time for some straws, I think. Using the copper pipe was good, but for these kind of angles I just want something easy to work with, and straws are pretty easy to get hold of and easy to work with. So I'm going to do just the cross for the back. Obviously cut an angle on both ends, and I'm just going to glue them to the existing frame. The initial plan was to fit the straws and then paint them white to match the rest of it, but after looking at it with black it looks pretty good. Gorilla Glue again. And that's what it looks like after it's dried. I was thinking for ages of how to mount this on the inside. An idea came to me after looking into the cupboard of using a coat hanger, kind of hook inside the roll cage, and stick it down somehow with that. I started making this before, kind of thinking of how it was going to stick. is for the front of the roll cage. It's going to just slide in there, and then it sits nicely onto the body. And I made one for the back as well. And while I was doing this, I was looking at the lights on the inside and realised that I'd used decorator's cork to do them, and I thought, well, maybe that'll work with this as well. So the big question is, will it work?